Hey everybody, welcome to Portland Cider Company. I am the cider shaman, Duran Davenport. These are my mates, thing one and thing two. Fall is upon us. So once again, we are pressing apples donated by the community to help fight hunger in Oregon. 10% of all sales will go to Hunger Free Oregon, which is a really fun thing we've been doing for 5 years now. So we're gonna give you a little behind the scenes look at how we press these apples and the great care we take in producing the best cider we can with your beloved fruit. Okay, so first step is we dump the bin of apples into this rinse bin, and we gotta get them all a little bit cleaned up because they come in pretty dirty. So we kind of stir them around in here, and we've got this fancy bucket that has holes drilled into the bottom of it. And we'll do this by hand for every apple in this bin. Usually we do about 10 bins in a day. So, you know, getting the pump on. And then we take it over to our apple spreader. Fine piece of German engineering. We turn it on, it's super loud, so I'm gonna explain it now first. But we dump these apples down there. It's basically like a big blender. Chop up the apples into this kind of applesauce looking mush here. And this is actually called, at this stage, it's called pumice. No longer apples, now it's become pumice. So you can see, it comes out nice and white like you would expect an apple to be, and it almost instantly turns brown from oxidization. So the oxidization is actually really good for the apples because the yeast wants to be in a really oxygen-rich environment at the beginning of fermentation. Okay, so we've got our apples all chopped up. So now I'm going to pump the pomace into the bladder press here. It looks pretty gross, to be honest with you, but it tastes great. So we fill this thing up. You can see this is the bladder that the water is pumped into to create the pressure to press the actual juice out of the apple.
The bladder squeezes the pomace against the steel screen and the juice flows down the press and into our fermenter. It's really fun to think about all the folks from different Portland neighborhoods picking fruit from their yards and bringing it here to collaborate on a cider for such a good cause. We can't wait to taste the cider when it's finished.